The people have spoken, boomed the voice of Amit Shah, president of the Bharatiya Janata Party, his words echoing across a jubilant party headquarters in New Delhi. The air crackled with excitement, a potent mix of triumph and disbelief. Narendra Modi and the BJP had secured a second consecutive term. The 2024 Indian general election marked a seismic shift in the nation's political landscape. They swept through the northern heartland, securing crucial victories in Uttar Pradesh. Even more surprising was their performance in West Bengal. Mamata Banerjee's stronghold was breached, her party losing ground. The Congress party found itself at a crossroads. Rahul Gandhi struggled to connect with a young and aspirational India. His message failed to resonate with the average voter. Narendra Modi's promise of development captured the nation's imagination. The 2024 Indian election was a clash of ideologies, a battle for the soul of a nation grappling with its place in the world. The BJP, with its Hindu nationalist agenda, promised economic growth and a return to India's glorious past. Their campaign rallies were a spectacle of color and sound, a carefully choreographed display of national pride and religious fervor. The Congress party campaigned on a platform of secularism and inclusivity, promising social justice and economic equality. They attempted to appeal to the anxieties of those who felt marginalized by the BJP's policies, particularly minorities and lower castes. Accusations of communal polarization, fake news, and voter suppression flew thick and fast. Social media became a battleground for misinformation and propaganda. Despite the acrimony, the 2024 election saw a record turnout, with millions of Indians braving the summer heat to cast their vote. This enthusiastic participation was a testament to the strength of Indian democracy. As the results started pouring in, a hush fell over the Congress party headquarters, the initial optimism giving way to a grim realization of the scale of their defeat. The faces of party workers, once brimming with hope, were etched with disappointment and disbelief. Sonia Gandhi, the matriarch of the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty, cut a solitary figure, the weight of her family's legacy heavy on her shoulders. Across the city, the mood at the BJP headquarters was electrifying. Party workers danced to the beat of drums, their faces painted with the colors of the Indian flag. Firecrackers lit up the night sky, the deafening explosions echoing the jubilant cheers of victory. Narendra Modi, his face creased into a wide grin, emerged from party headquarters to address the throngs of supporters gathered outside. This victory, he declared, is a victory for the people of India. The BJP's victory was complete, their mandate undeniable. The days following the election were a time of reflection and introspection for both the victors and the vanquished. One of the most striking features of the 2024 election was the significant youth turnout. India, with a median age of 28, is one of the youngest countries in the world. The youth, with their access to information and global trends, represent a powerful force for change. The BJP's tech-savvy campaign and focus on development resonated with young voters. They projected Modi as a strong leader who could propel India onto the global stage. The Congress party struggled to connect with young Indians' aspirations. Their message, seen as outdated, failed to resonate with a generation raised on the internet. The youth vote was crucial in states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, where the BJP made significant gains. The BJP's promise of economic development and job creation found a receptive audience among young voters. The Congress party's reliance on identity politics and social welfare schemes failed to capture the imagination of a generation looking for a more aspirational future. The future of Indian politics will be shaped by the dreams and aspirations of its youth. The BJP's landslide victory in the 2024 general election was widely interpreted as a mandate for change. Voters were tired of the status quo and embraced a party that promised a radical departure from the past. Modi's message of economic growth, national pride, and Hindu revivalism resonated with a large section of the electorate. The scale of the BJP's victory also exposed the deep divisions within Indian society. The party's Hindu nationalist agenda, while appealing to a large section of the Hindu majority, alienated many among the country's minority communities. The Congress party's crushing defeat was seen as a rejection of dynastic politics and a yearning for a new kind of leadership. The 2024 election marked the end of an era dominated by the Congress Party and its brand of secular socialist politics. It ushered in a new era defined by the BJP's Hindu nationalist ideology and its promise of a resurgent India. The 2024 election results sent shockwaves through India's political landscape, leaving many wondering about the future direction of the country. With a strengthened BJP at the helm, questions arose about the fate of India's secular fabric, its economic policies, and its foreign relations. On the economic front, the BJP's victory fueled expectations of continued pro-business reforms and infrastructure development. Modi's previous term had witnessed the implementation of ambitious initiatives like the Goods and Services Tax, GST, and the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. The election results emboldened the BJP to push ahead with further liberalization, potentially leading to greater privatization and deregulation. However, the BJP's focus on economic growth also raised concerns about social inequality and environmental sustainability. Critics argued that Modi's policies primarily benefited the wealthy and powerful, while neglecting the needs of the poor and marginalized. The BJP's victory had significant implications for India's foreign policy as well. The 2024 Indian election results reverberated far beyond India's borders, capturing the attention of world leaders, businesses, and analysts alike. The unexpected outcome sent ripples through global markets and sparked intense discussions about the implications for geopolitics, trade, and the future of democracy itself. The United States, under the Biden administration, expressed cautious optimism about working with the re-elected Modi government. While acknowledging India's strategic importance as a counterweight to China's growing assertiveness, the U.S. also voiced concerns about the BJP's human rights record and its Hindu nationalist agenda. China, India's neighbor and its biggest geopolitical rival, watched the election results with a mix of apprehension and pragmatism. The BJP's victory signaled a continuation of India's assertive foreign policy, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. However, China also recognized the importance of maintaining stable relations with India, given their intertwined economies and shared global challenges. The election results also had significant implications for the global economy. While the headlines focused on the political maneuvering and the policy implications of the 2024 Indian election, the true essence of this momentous event lay in the stories of ordinary Indians. From the bustling metropolises to the remote villages, the election had touched the lives of over 1 billion people, each with their own hopes, anxieties, and aspirations. In the crowded slums of Mumbai, where hope wrestled with hardship, the election had ignited fervent discussions about the future. Street vendors debated the merits of different candidates, their voices rising above the din of traffic and commerce. In the villages of Uttar Pradesh, where agriculture remained the backbone of the economy, farmers gathered in tea stalls, their weathered faces reflecting years of toil and uncertainty. The election represented a chance to make their voices heard, to demand better irrigation facilities, fairer crop prices, and greater government support for their livelihoods. Their votes carried the weight of their hopes for a more prosperous future. The 2024 Indian election stood as a testament to the enduring spirit of democracy in the world's largest democracy. Despite the challenges of poverty, inequality, and social divisions, India had once again demonstrated its commitment to the ballot box as a means of choosing its leaders. The election was a reminder that even in the face of adversity, the democratic ideal remained a powerful force, capable of uniting a diverse and complex nation. The election also highlighted the remarkable transformation that India had undergone in recent decades. From a largely agrarian society, India had emerged as a global economic powerhouse, a hub of innovation and entrepreneurship. However, India's journey was far from over. The country continued to grapple with significant challenges, from poverty and inequality to environmental degradation and social tensions. The task ahead for its leaders was to harness the country's vast potential while addressing these deeply entrenched problems. As the dust settled on the 2024 Indian election, a sense of anticipation hung in the air. The country stood at a crossroads, poised between its past and its future. The decisions made in the coming years would determine whether India could fulfill its vast potential as a global power while addressing the needs of its diverse and often divided population. The challenges ahead were formidable. India's economic growth, while impressive, had not been inclusive, leaving millions trapped in poverty and inequality. Social tensions, fueled by religious and caste divisions, continued to simmer beneath the surface. Yet, amidst these challenges, there was also a palpable sense of hope. India's youthful population, its entrepreneurial spirit, and its vibrant democracy gave reason for optimism. The future, though uncertain, held immense promise for this ancient land on the cusp of change.